sports fans, and welcome to another edition of Scott Sports 101. I'm Scott Trella. We'll talk Browns and NFL football. We'll talk Cavs and NBA basketball, Tribe and Major League Baseball. But first, here is today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. Who was the most decorated Olympian of all time? This is an Olympic question. I'll have the answer later in the broadcast. We're going to talk a little Browns right now, and this comes out of East Rutherford, New Jersey. It didn't take long for WWE's WrestleMania 35 to hop on the Browns bandwagon, and boy, it didn't. The big celebrity cameos for this year's event centered around Saturday Night Live cast members Colin Jost and Michael Che, beefing with WWE superstar Braun Strowman. Che and Jost were both competed in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal during the WrestleMania pre-show. Jost showed up wearing a Browns Odell Beckham Jr. t-shirt, and that is the new one. Before you go thinking Jost is a Cleveland fan, he is not. The comedian/actor is a native New Yorker, but was playing the role of a villain wearing the New Jersey of the former Giants star. The match came down to the massive Strowman, Jost and Che. In the end, Strowman eliminated both with relative ease. Though the Beckham jersey looks good under stadium lights, and that is good to know. And I figured this is a fun story. I had to share it with you guys, and I have to admit, Jost wearing the Beckham jersey is pretty ironic, and I think a lot of people got a kick out of it, and I really think that this was just a ironic, fun story, and I had just to share it with you today. I feel Beckham's going to be a very valuable player to this team. I really think he is, and I really think this was a great way to show off the Beckham jersey. So I got to admit, it's pretty ironic, and that shirt does look good under stadium lights. Well, the Cavs lost to the San Antonio Spurs, 112-90 at home at Quicken Loans Arena. Brandon Knight and Colin Sexton led the way with 16 points. Ante Cizek, 14 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. C.D. Osman, 12 points, 4 rebounds. And Larry Nance Jr., 11 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists. The Cavs and Spurs were tied at 24 at the end of the first quarter. And but after that, the Cavs never led in this game, as the Spurs just had the Cavs' number in this one, and the Spurs go on to win this one by the final of 112-90. The Spurs go to 47-34 in the season, and the Cavs to 19-62 on the season. The Cavs are off tomorrow, but the Cavs will wrap up the regular season Tuesday night, as they will take on the Charlotte Hornets at Quicken Loans Arena. Tip-off is at 7 p.m. on Fox Sports Ohio. And I still feel there's a small chance of Larry Drew coming back as the Cavs head coach next season. So we'll see. And now here is today's Scott Sports 101 great moment in sports history, and it all dates back to October 5th, 1988, and the location is at Dodger Stadium in Los Angeles, California. And here is the moment today, the great moment. Expected to be sidelined with a pair of leg injuries, Kirk Gibson was summoned to the plate in the bottom of the ninth inning of Game 1 of the 1988 World Series. The Los Angeles Dodgers were trailing 4-3 to the Oakland Athletics, but Gibson, the hobbled NL MVP plate hero, taking feared A's closer Dennis Eckersley deep to give the Dodgers a 5-4 win, and the at-bat was Gibson's only plate appearance of the World Series, but it helped Los Angeles win the World Series in 5 games, and Tommy Lasorda, who was the manager of the Dodgers back in 1988, for a number of years, I know was a very happy man, I have to admit. So we shall, I quote you on that. And now I have another great moment in sports history on my next broadcast, which would be tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. Now I gotta tell you, I feel the Cavs have not had a great season, but it's been a fair season, and I just feel that they will. They're gonna really make some moves to get lottery picks over during the off season. And they're starting to build a team of the future. And Colin Sexton has really stepped it up in his rookie year with the Cavs, and so is Brendan Knight and Cedi Osman as well, and also Larry Nance Jr. But I feel next year is going to be an interesting season. It may be a little bit better of a season. I still feel it is going to be a few years before the Cavs make the playoffs again. So just keep that in mind. And if you think it's going to happen in next year or the year after that, think again. But it's going to be at least I think 2 to 3 years before the Cavs are back in the NBA playoffs again. So we'll talk Tribe in just a moment. But first, here is the answer to today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. Who was the most decorated Olympian of all time? And if you said Michael Phelps, you are correct. American swimmer Michael Phelps holds the all-time records for Olympic medals, 28, Olympic gold medals, 23, and Olympic gold medals in individual events, 13, and Olympic medals in individual events, 16. And I'll have another trivia question on my next broadcast, so stay tuned for that. The Tribe got the 4-game sweep of the Toronto Blue Jays this afternoon at Progressive Field. The Tribe beat the Blue Jays 3-1. Mike Clevenger was on the mound for the Tribe today. Clevenger went 5 innings, giving up 1 hit and striking out 10 batters. The Tribe took an early 2-0 lead in the first. Then in the 5th, Jose Ramirez singles on a ground ball to right field. Brad Miller scores, and it was a 3-0 Tribe lead after 5. In the 8th inning, Danny James scored the Blue Jays' first and only run, and it was a 3-1 Tribe lead. And Brad Hand came on in the 9th, and Freddie Galvis popped out to right. That was a pop out, and to first. And but Hand struck out the 2 remaining batters, and the Tribe gets the 4-game sweep and the 3-1 win. And the Tribe goes to 6-3 on the season, and the Blue Jays, I think 3-8 right now, or something like that. Check me if I'm wrong, but just the Blue Jays are just having a rough start with this young season. So, and so they really got some work to do. Mike Clevenger got his first win of the season. He's 1-0. Stroman got the loss, the Blue Jays pitcher, who goes to 0-2, and Brad Hand got his 4th save of the season. The Tribe has an off day tomorrow, and they begin a 3-game series with the Detroit Tigers on Tuesday at Comerica Park in Detroit. Corey Kluber on the mound for the Tribe. Kluber will try to get his first win of the season, and Jordan Zimmerman on the mound for the Tigers, and Zimmerman will try to get his first win of the season. And Zimmerman does not like is a pretty does not like when it's Corey Kluber, and I think he's a little bit afraid of Corey Kluber, but we'll see. First pitch is at 1:10 on Sports Time, Ohio. Now, my final thoughts for today, getting back to the, I feel this was a really fun type, hilarious Browns story with Colin Jost showing up in a Odell Beckham Browns jersey, but I feel it looks good in stadium lights, and it was pretty ironic. And I feel it really brought out a great moment, in WWE WrestleMania 35. And I really feel Odell Beckham Jr. is going to be a vital player for the Browns this upcoming season, and the Browns are going to make the playoffs as well. Well, that's just about going to wrap it up for this edition of Scott Sports 101. I'll be back with another podcast tomorrow. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1, I'm done.